Yes, are you ready to explore the German WW2 fortress a little bit more? Welcome to the History Hunter, welcome to our small adventures with the WW2 time frame. We are at this massive location where the Germans installed and created tons of features, guns and bunkers and caves and munition storages and barracks and minefields and everything, and all of that is there. That's a mine detonator that I found earlier, barbed wire, 20mm anti-aircraft gun, machine gun belt, helmet. Well, it's all there. If you haven't seen already part 1 and 2, I will link them here where you see it says more. Click that and you will be able to find that very quickly. And now we're going back, but before that, remember this, help us out. Watch more of our videos, watch the videos in full, and if you watch more of our videos, you're helping us out tremendously. But now, let's go back to this absolutely spectacular place where the Germans fortified the whole hillside, and I think you're going to be amazed because today we're going to see the real World War II guns. Let's go. Did you know that Hitler ordered tens of thousands of structures to be designed and constructed on what they call the Atlantic Wall? The Atlantic Wall is the fortification line running from top of Scandinavia to the bottom of France. And Hitler said build, they built, and there are some amazing structures to be found, and we are here today to share that with you. Welcome to the History Hunter. It is History Hunter and Eagle Eyes out on this massive epic World War II history trip. So join us and let's go out and find the past together right now. See here, even though we're out in the terrain, you can say, well, where's the German installations? They are right there. That is kilometers of the German barbed wire fence system, and it's still laying here, just rotting away. And this shows you exactly where the start of the fence system was here. There were more than 5,000 mines and 35 kilometers of barbed wire fencing systems on the top here. This is one of those fence systems that just been scraped together, but it's still laying here just rotting away. In part 1 and 2 you can see that we find some incredible gun positions. Further down we found this absolutely spectacular fire and control bunker with a insane secret underneath. You have to see that. There are part 1 and 2. There are links to that in the video description. Please watch them in full first, especially part 2. You're gonna enjoy what we encountered entering this insanely cool bunker. This is one of Hitler's fire and control bunkers, and the reason for that being there, well, Hitler said build, and they built. And look where it is. It is absolutely out of this world. This is a part of the Atlantic Wall. This is a part where the Germans said, we are going to fortify this position, and they did. And what's here, it's going to blow you away, because we are going to show you in this part the massive German World War II guns, the Schneider guns, which are actually still at the same position they were left when the Germans took off so many years ago. So were the Germans really here? Well, I can show you a couple of proofs, even though you're just in the middle of the forest. One of them is right there. That's a field ration box. That's the aluminium field ration box. The Germans had Fleisch in them. That is here. And then, let me show you. There's a bottle bottom here. And that bottom has the mark of German war machine activity, 0.7 Liter, DE, that's Deutsche Brewerien or German breweries. So this is actually a bottle that was consumed by either Hans Friedrich Wilhelm, could be a private or one of the officers, and that proves to you that yes, the Germans were right here. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member, and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very, very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. See where you are? Can you see where you are? Here is so insanely into this area that is almost impossible. Why is there a huge Regelbau or a construction underneath my legs? Well, that's because this used to be an ammo storage. And why was it an ammo storage? Well, the answer for that is right in there, and that's where the Germans built a little feature to attack the enemy. This is the remnants of a Schneider gun. The Germans had a lot of them here, and we're going to see a real one, maybe one that is real, complete up there. But this is one that's been dismantled, and you can imagine this huge thing. Let me show you a picture. Standing right there, I think that's the recoil mechanism, all of that. They had 10.5 and 15.5 centimeter Schneider guns. And this is the attack mode. This is where they started all the attacks. And what did they attack? Well, they wanted to protect their investment, and that was the waterway out there. And they could attack enemy vessels up till about 17,000 meters plus. I don't know how much that is in feet, you can kind of convert it. But nevertheless, this is what they wanted to be able to attack. Allied vessels coming here to try and take this area. And they also had to protect themselves towards allies coming in, shooting at them and raiding them with their aircrafts. So there are anti-aircraft gun positions as well. But what's behind us is basically a huge gun position where that gun could tilt, level up and down, and then the firing solution came and boom, off that projectile went. And we're going to go down and we're going to check out some details here. So you can see there's a trench, a staircase coming in here. That is most likely the primary ammunition storage. And then you have the base where the gun was itself. You have the detached, dismantled piece of the undercarriage. You have another munition storage right there, and then you have this massive bunker complex way down there, and that is the munition storage. And I think we should kind of pay that a little visit to check it out. Do you want to stay there, Elias, or are you coming? These are heavy duty built, absolutely crazy heavy duty built, and you can see here even the original wood in these kind of slots here are still there. So let's step in here and check it out. It's been painted white, and they did that to make it brighter and in a way more comfortable. And this thing is completely flooded. So you have power supply, all of that coming in. Again, you can see the wood. You can see on the wall there used to be cabinets. There's been a fire actually. Let me see if I can go in the middle of the room here. Yeah, that is the emergency exit. And you have some ventilation shaft for bunker oven. And basically you have quite a lot of things here. I'm going to show you something here that was actually drawn by one of the soldiers here. It has been protected, luckily. But if I do that, can you see that? That is actually a drawing made by one of the German soldiers here. And that is such a little beauty to see. Can you see it? This has been drawn by a soldier staying here on this wall. You can see the trees, you can see a church there on the right. There's a house. Spectacular, huh? That drawing was spectacular. Let's go and check out the trench. Eagle Eye is leading the way. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have supported him, especially in his way back to recovery of his arm. We were supposed to do this like 1 month ago, this epic several weeks World War II history trip. but he broke his arm, and you gave him so many encouraging words, so I am so grateful for that. And he rised and shined, and he's just becoming an incredible boy, even more interested than he was, so thank you for that. Wow, there's a huge Regelbau here, and you can see. Are you inside?
Yes.
Oh, is it munition storage? Ammo. All right, he knows what to look for. And you can see they didn't fully complete it because the hinges on the doors are not cast in. Oh, this is a beautiful room actually. Yeah. And you can see here, it's just a tiny little room. But it's built in this class that they call ständige, I think, meaning that the walls are with a specific width and thickness, so the ammo storage could be safe from Allied bombing. Wow, is this crazy or what? And also remember that you could also hide in here if you needed to, but it was basically a a munition storage. And sometimes you can see the stockpiles of the munition on the side walls. But I really don't think they actually managed to finish this place. I'm not sure. The gun was there, and but it looks a little bit incomplete. So now we have to add the ingredient that difference from what you normally see. We will add the actual German World War II Schneider gun. That was left just like that. That has been in operative service, and the crews here, they manned that and they fired that, and who knows, it might be in the exact position where the shot was last fired. And I don't know, it could really be that this thing last shot around towards the Allied ships coming in here. And that is truly spectacular. But that's not all. There are more of these. There's another one further up there. So we're just gonna first take a brief look at this one, take a couple of photos, and we're gonna bring you up to the second position, which is connected with some massive trenches there. But that is absolutely spectacular. So there's a hole here coming up. Haven't got a clue. But this is, oh, I'm almost falling. This is so rare. This is absolutely so rare to enter a German World War II. Let me do this so we have a little bit better view. World War II Atlantic Wall battle position, and you can see the grooves in there. Oh wow. I don't know what to say, but for me this is the perfect moment when you do the history hunting, and you then can suddenly go out and you can actually show exactly what it did look like, what the Germans used, and it's right there. It's a Schneider gun. They had 15.5 centimeter, which I think is this one, and they had 10.5 centimeter guns. And here you can see how it's arranged by being attached to this one. You can swivel like this. They're using this iron ring to make this traverse back and forth, and then the elevation firing solution, and boom, off it went. Yeah, Eagle Eye said, look here.
There's a hole.
Yeah, it's been blasted, so it can never be used after. I think they either put a charge in there with a hand grenade, I'm not sure. But boy, oh boy, this is kind of what you really want to see at a coastal fortress. The gun. We're not just talking about what the Germans used. We can actually touch it. We can touch it.
I touched it right now.
And this is the piece that is laying around. So you can see in the other positions, you can see that in part 1 and 2. And I can promise you, you will be surprised to see what we found in under a fire control bunker. You will be absolutely surprised to see that. Wow, the bridge has been removed. They blasted the barrel, and that is why it's being allowed to stay here. It is absolutely spectacular. And it's like, why did it just leave it there? Well, they did that because they wanted it to kind of just be a part of the history here, I guess. And I'm very, very, very glad that is actually here. And you can see the different kind of features here with the elevation gear going here. And you have huge shafts. These undercarriages we've seen before laying around. And you can see, well, whatever you can call this rubber, it's still here. Oh my goodness. And the center is actually wood. And these are incredibly heavy. And they should have gone here and put some varnish or some oil or something onto this so that it will last for a very long time, even longer than it has. But just imagine Hans Friedrich Wilhelm. They once upon a time worked here as a crew. They practiced and practiced. And when the alarm went, the firing solution was ready. They arranged everything and boom, off it went. We wanted to check if I was right with the tunnel here. Yeah, this is where, holy cow, that is scary. This is where you could climb down. And they have used a barbed wire, we call it triple piglets pole there. I don't know why, but this is where you climb down. And I'm not going to do it because it's not fair towards Eagle Eyes, because he really wanted to do it, but his arm cannot do it now. So I'm not going to kind of do it in front of him. But that is spectacular, huh? So basically, this is what's happening, or what happened. German crew, they run up from there. They had an order, go to your battle positions. The fire and control bunker coordinated all the details for the crews to have. So the crews would come up from there, running up here. The controls were given through this little box here. This is where the communication equipment would be. And then you have munition storage here. And the crew would work around this area, and the gun would be manned, and the different crew members had their different kind of operations or things to do. And then you can see here there's a trench coming in from here. I'm guessing that is leading either towards ammunition storage, another ammunition storage, or up towards the other gun. And then you have the gun here, and just imagine the frantic activity going on. Every crew member worked very, very hard, and somebody put in that huge shell. Somebody arranged this. They pushed this backwards and forwards. They locked it down, and then they did the traverse of the barrel. And then when everything was ready, there was a guy with like a string, and then the order came, fire! A little bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. You have to use your imagination when you're at locations like this, so that's exactly what happened. Indeed, that is exactly what happened at that incredible German WW2 fortress. And I'm so happy that we can go out to these locations. And if you want to support our work to reach more locations, we have this little super thanks feature. That's your opportunity. Maybe help us out with some gasoline onto the fuel tank. Go out and find and share incredible stories and locations as you saw. But we are not finished, because in next part 4, you're gonna witness something that I think you've never seen before, because there are more guns there. This is the real deal, and it is 3 guns at the same position. And also, if we're very lucky, I'm working on a special project of something that Eagle Eyes discovered there. There it is. That is spectacular. And if we're lucky, I'm going to be able to make even a little bonus thing later. But absolutely spectacular. Thank you all for being here, watching, subscribing, hitting the comment field. Do appreciate each and every one of you. And if you keep our community active with thumbs up and hearts and comments and also this, watch the video in full length, you won't understand how much that helps us out, because the YouTube algorithm is really dumping us down the drain these weeks, because I don't know, there's something going on and I can't help it, but it doesn't help what we do, and we do a lot of this and we put a lot of effort into it. So in a way, I kind of feel we deserve more than what you see in the views, but nevertheless, We're doing it for all of you who are here, and we thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you for being a Patreon team member. Thank you for donations on the PayPal. Absolutely appreciate it, and it enables us to go out and do what you see. All right, ready for part 4 coming up very soon. Stay safe, keep smiling, and until next time, be safe and bye bye.